It's a hot one today, so you're gonna have to excuse the V-neck. It's gonna be probably about 91 to 95 degrees today, so this is why I'm dressed the way that I am. I hope you can excuse the t-shirt for today, but I wanted to quickly remind some folks today that your environment does not dictate your future. Here I am, I'm a person from the inner city. I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut, originally from the projects, okay? But yet, I'm a family man. I have two loving children, two children that I love dearly. They're growing leaps and bounds each and every day. One 11, one 2, about to be 3 soon. And, well, I think my 11-year-old is actually 12 now. Oh, she's going to be mad when she watches this video. I forget. I forget. You know, they see me every day, and I charge it to my head, not to my heart. I have a 12-year-old and a soon-to-be 3-year-old. Her birthday just passed, and I'm the guy who's horrible with dates. But regardless, loving husband. Again, I love my family dearly, and I'm also a life coach. I'm growing a life coaching business, and we're working on currently expanding our reach. You know, we have numerous clients, and we're working on expanding our reach and really expanding that advertising. And you know, I'll document the journey, and we'll see how that goes. But there's no way I could have 10 years ago sat in front of you and told you that this is what I'm going to be doing, that this is what I'll be working on. But I knew that my environment wasn't the last stop for me. So understand that where you currently are, what you currently see around you, and this is why we have to expand our minds. What is currently around you doesn't have to be your reality if you don't want it to be. Okay? Urination in the stairways and the elevator. All right? People smoking stuff in the staircase and leaving the empty cigar wrappers all in the hallways, and when the elevators were broken and too smelly, you got to use the stairs, and now you got all the stuff broken down in the hallways. That was what I currently saw, but that wasn't the reality that was in my mind. Okay? I believe that there is greater for me. I believe that there's more purpose for my life. And so my question to you today is, do you believe that there's more for you? Do you believe that there's a purpose over your life? Do you believe that you can expand your reach? Do you believe that you are more than what you are currently surrounded by right now? And that may include your family. Your family members may be, and that was the same case for me. My biological mother, she was into all types of things. That's a story for a whole other time. She was into all types of things that didn't exemplify where I thought I can go. So I didn't even allow my own biological mother to limit what was possible for myself. You can't allow even your family to limit you. You have to be able to keep pressing and moving forward, regardless of what you currently see. That's the only way to move out of your current circumstance, is to keep growing step by step. You may not have all the money, you may not have all the resources, you may not have all the connections. I had none of those things. And to this day, I don't have a whole lot of connections, okay? But I take it step by step. What's the next step? I was what most people would consider trapped, right, in the bucket or the barrel, whatever, just another crab in the barrel, and everybody's trying to bring you down. I was trapped in the projects, but I began to still work on myself. I knew I wanted to speak in some way, shape, or fashion. In school, I entered speech contests. I would read whatever book I could find in the school's library. I knew I had to get my education. The first step had to be to improve myself and to get myself some sort of certification or something to be able to get myself out of my environment. So I knew I had to keep going to school. So whatever that next step is, if it might be school for you, whatever that next certification is, whatever it is, I need you to work on that next step, because that next step is going to be your next ticket or vehicle out of your current situation. Okay? To start off, education was the first vehicle to get me out of the hood. All right, God has been gracious, and I've been granted with aunts on the other side of Bridgeport who were able to help me, and cousins who were able to help me. but I was still in the hood, and I had to be able to get out. Education was my way to begin to expand my mind. Education, when I went to go visit other schools, helped me to see the world in a bigger light. It wasn't just people sitting on milk crates in front of corner stores all day long, smoking and drinking all day long. People weren't just partying all day long. There were people who were actually trying to develop and improve themselves. And so I had to get myself out of my current environment as much as possible in order to begin to see what was possible for me. Hopefully that makes sense. You can leave your current environment and you don't have to feel guilty. Sometimes we get survivor's guilt. You can leave and get out of that circumstance and not feel guilty. You have to be able to improve. And you may have a heart for your people. You may have a heart for where you live. You may have a heart for your current environment. I get that and I understand that, but you can't help them if you remain one of them. You got to be able to develop yourself and expand, and then you can go back and help, because now you have the resources and the tools and more connections that you've developed over your life to be able to help. I'm not saying just completely abandon your people or abandon your family. That's not the case. But in order to begin to expand that vision, even if it's nothing but going over to the next city that isn't as bad as your current city, going over to the next town. I ended up going just from Bridgeport to Danbury. It was a 45-minute ride. But in that 45-minute ride, it was a whole different environment, and I was surrounded by other people who had different experiences that I could learn from and draw from. And I learned that there were people who looked like me who weren't doing all the things that I saw in my neighborhood. They were doing different things. There's a variety of people, no matter what background you come from, who do negative and positive things, right? But I'm just talking about me and my experience. I hadn't seen anyone who looked like me trying to grow and be better, and trying to, and who were at least legal entrepreneurs. I had to go 45 minutes out in the beginning to see a little bit differently, see things a little bit differently, see people like me who didn't act like the people from home. So again, this video is already getting too long, but I just wanted to encourage you a little bit. Your environment does not dictate your life, does not dictate your future. Keep going step by step to move yourself into the rooms, to move yourself into the environments where you can succeed. Just giving you something to think about. All right, talk to you later.